There are a lot of folks in the community who've been working a long time to eliminate homelessness in our community. We know that homelessness can happen to almost anyone. We also know that in spite of all of the really good work that's being done, there still are a lot of folks who are experiencing homelessness.
We're the Wilson family. I'm Denise.
I'm Edward.
And we have 4 kids. We both were raised and born down in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And for younger kids, it was lots of fights and dangerous environments around the schools. And we just moved down here just to have a better life for our kids. Moved from hotel to hotel, 3 months, yeah. Paid the daily rate every day.
It was lonely.
We were pretty much on our own. And then also it was a long waiting list getting on to Churches United. We've called different shelters, that was through Fargo too, and just tried to get anywhere that had a shelter that would take the whole family.
Churches United is the only place that can serve a family that has a male head of household or an adult male member over the age of 16. It's really critical because if we weren't able to do that, then families would have to make some very difficult decisions. Maybe mom and the kids would need to go to another shelter in town, and dad and older young man would maybe have to go to a men's only shelter. And for a family that's experiencing homelessness, they're already in crisis. The last thing that they need is to have to be separated in order to access shelter.
Our thing was
we stick together.
Yeah, we always stick together. That was from when I first met her. We just always stuck together, and that's how we have to keep it.
Among our families who are experiencing homelessness, a lot of the time it's that there's a single head of household who's working a minimum wage job, maybe a couple of part-time minimum wage jobs. The cost of housing is higher, and then if they have children, then there's daycare often if the children are younger. And it's just very difficult for folks to be able to make ends meet.
We had a $40 limit of a week for food, and we only had a microwave, crock pot, and I had like a little skillet. We were tight every little bit. Not the healthiest foods, but
as long as the tummies were full.
Yeah, that was our main goal.
To have a home, a place where you can close the door at the end of the day and shut the world out, have your space, is really central to what it is to feel like you have some agency and some autonomy and some decision-making ability. When you are homeless, that gets stripped away.
The day we actually finally got the call saying that we got accepted and they have beds for us was a big deal, because we finally had the relief to say, hey, we might not lose this room tonight. Our family case manager at the time, it's just so nice, and anything that we needed, like when it comes to helping with him trying to get to work or find a job or anything, they helped.
The folks who work for Churches United are the most compassionate, most engaged team that you will find anywhere. Our case managers provide housing-focused case management. They assist folks with thinking through what their plan needs to be for moving from homelessness into stable housing. And then they assist them with the paperwork, making sure that they get connected to other agencies and resources in the community that can be helpful to them.
And when we came here, it seemed like everything was just puzzle pieces coming together, and it definitely did, especially the day she said we got our place. I was so happy. And to this day, I always just stare at the place, just like, ooh.
We take very good care of our place because of this. We appreciate a lot more.
To be able to assist people to move into their own housing, have that place that is their own, starts to rebuild that sense of stability and well-being. People have an opportunity to really think about what do they want the rest of their life to look like. That's what it's all about, right? I mean, that's the whole purpose for being for Churches United, is to help people move from homelessness into housing.
I felt like I was against the world, me and my family. But once I realized that it's actual people here that cares about me and my family, it was like, I'm going for it. I'm gonna do this the right way. And ever since, it's just been going great for us. My kids is in a good school, and that's all I'm worried about. I'm just so happy for them to wake up every morning happy and go to school, drop them off at the bus stop, and not have to worry.
We ain't the
about
richest people in the world at all, but our family,
right.
ourselves, our individual people is what makes us, you know, very wealthy.
There are less than 500 shelter beds in the community total, and right now in the FM area, there are about 1,075 people on any given night who are experiencing homelessness. It's sobering to know that there are so many more people who are experiencing homelessness than there are shelter beds. But each of those 1,075 people are an individual with their own particular story and their own journey that brought them into the experience of homelessness. We're so grateful for the generosity of the community, but our neighbors who are homeless really need the support. And when you support Churches United, you really make a meaningful difference in the lives of people. You help people to move from homelessness into housing, make sure folks have a listening ear, nutritious food, the things that they need to be able to get back on their feet and be a part of this great community that we call home.